Hey, what's going on, everybody? You're watching DualShockers TV on DualShockers.com. We're here at PAX East 2012. I'm standing here with Martin Ray. Martin, pleasure to meet you. Have a lot of big titles which people need to know about. So you're the president. I'll call it the Academy because I can't remember the acronym. So also you oversee the DICE Summit as well. So two heavy-duty things. Let's kind of break down what they entail.
Sure. The Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences, we have been around now for 15 years, and we host the annual Interactive Achievement Awards, which celebrates the best of the previous year's games and social, mobile, console, everything, and really formed by the big guys in the game business 15, 16 years ago. And our board consists of kind of as the who's who and all the console folks, but also even people like Zynga and Google and people that are really pushing the game business forward these days.
The mobile side can't be ignored. They're exploding all over the place.
Absolutely. Well, everybody here, I saw it all. We're all playing before this. So.
Oh, most definitely. When you're on the train or walking around, there's nothing else to do. Now, we were talking a little bit offline. You know, there's other award shows out there. I think yours is kind of a step aside from everybody else and kind of mirrors the Oscars, if you will. Is that some kind of truth to that?
Well, people who come, I mean, USA Today and Wall Street Journal, they like to call us the Oscars of video games. We're different than the other award shows, I think, and one of the reasons we're different, and it's much like the Motion Picture Academy, if you want to make that distinction or that comparison, and that it's a peer-based award system, and so games are nominated by people in the business, and they're peer evaluated, they're finaled by people in our business, and then the winners are chosen by our members, and we have 22,000 members. They're all game makers. Game designers, game programmers, game artists, people that make the games. So I think when people walk out with one of our awards, they think, yeah, my peers gave me that. They thought that my game was the best. That's a big deal. I
would say so, and it had nothing to do with Hulk Hogan showing up or anything like that. So that's always a step in the right direction.
I hear he's a big gamer.
Yes, hopefully. We don't know. And you know, we're joking around about it, but to me, as a fan or someone as the media, seeing those kinds of things really puts me off. But we were talking a little bit, and you were talking about maybe changing the format a little bit, making it a little more mainstream, if you will.
Well, I think that I think old line award shows, and I'll call sort of our format kind of old line now. They were kind of built for TV. They were built for a couple-hour show. Our audience is very, very different. It's very internet-driven. They consume media in pieces as opposed to in long-form format. And so, yeah, that's something that the board and I are looking at. How do we make this? It's a great show for the room. For the 1,000 people in the room, it's extraordinary. How do we make it so that, like the folks here at PAX East, who have lined up for 5 hours to get in, to make it relevant and interesting for them, and obviously that, I think, is an internet-centric show in the future. You'll see a lot of changes come out. We haven't decided on format yet, but there will be some changes.
And what are your thoughts on the industry as a whole? I know you've been in this for a long time, so how have you seen kind of progress?
That's all right. You're right, I have. I used to make games in the 90s. I've made this comparison before, and some people hate it because they don't necessarily believe it. Maybe their business is changing in ways that isn't as good. But I look out and I call it another golden age of gaming, and it's just exploding. And when you can have 70, 80, 90,000 people here queue up for hours and come in to celebrate all weekend long in a party-like atmosphere because they love gaming so much, it just tells me it's very alive. And then it's different. I have a 17-year-old daughter who's now a gamer. She plays all kinds of games, not just the dance games. I mean, she'll kick my butt in some shooters. It's
That's
embarrassing.
a beautiful thing, by the way.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Yeah, my mom's a gamer. I mean, I think everyone now, even if you just consume Angry Birds on a mobile device, they're turning into gamers, and that's really cool. That's a big deal.
And I think that's a beautiful thing, and it's funny because you always have those distinctions between the hardcore gamer, the core gamer.
Right.
You know, at the end of the day, everybody's playing video games. Everybody's doing the same thing. We were joking around also about going to a Twitter format. How do you think social media has kind of evolved into, because it's taken over video games as well now?
It has. Human beings they're social critters. I mean, you look at PAX East, and part of the reason they're here is not just celebrate games, but it's party. they're having fun with people that like the same kinds of things.
Video games are supposed to be fun.
but you know what I mean. It's you can play with people now all over the world and get socially integrated and the whole social piece. It's not just, I mean, hardcore gamers have been seeing it for a while with online gameplay and things, but now different demographics are jumping in and you look at Facebook games, and people like to say, "Are those real games?" They're not really. They're real games, and they're just different kinds of games, you know. So we get a whole bunch of different people playing games now. You know, that's a great thing.
Which is excellent. Yeah, I mean, Facebook, all these things are creeping up, and like you said, your mom's playing video games. How fantastic is that?
It's kind of weird, actually. I couldn't get her to look at my games in the '90s, but.
There you go. Well, and now you got to make a separate category now
Exactly.
for the Mother Award, I guess.
The Mother Award. There we go.
Well, Martin, thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Looking forward to see more great things from the Academy. So,
Thank you.
thanks a lot, guys. We're out.